our developing story we're watching as the search continues for a Hayward teenager who's been missing now since Saturday. KRON 4's Will Tran is live in Hayward with the latest. Good morning, Will.
Missing for 4 days. The family just heartbroken this morning, very sad. They hope he's still alive. There is a little bit of good news. You see flyers all over his neighborhood, and this is in unincorporated Hayward. There are hills all over the place. They are not going to resume the search here in the woods and the hill area, and the reason why is they went out here yesterday with search dogs, search and rescue teams, combed this area, but could not find 16-year-old Min Lee. Good news is that they discovered that someone in San Francisco at a public library logged on to his Facebook account. He's been missing since Saturday when he and his father got into an argument. His father told him to stop playing video games, and when he did not, his father then cut off the internet. After that, Min went into the wooded area near his home. Joining me now is just a heartbroken, just nervous older sister, Kim Lee, here. Thank you for joining us this morning. What do you think happened?
Well, I thought he would just go to cool off. He didn't come back, and I wasn't worried because I thought maybe he'll be back in time for school because I know school's really important to him. But he didn't come back, and that's when I just started getting really scared, and I'm scared he might have gotten hurt or like it's getting really cold at night, and I don't know if he has anything to eat, and he didn't have like anything with him. He was only wearing slippers. I'm scared, like he's like really cold and hungry somewhere. I want him to be okay.
When you heard the news that someone got onto his Facebook account in San Francisco, that must have made you feel a little bit better?
Yeah, so we're really hoping he's in San Francisco. Police are looking there now, and I hope they come back with something. I really hope they find him. They're looking in like youth hostels near the library and anywhere he could have stayed overnight.
Does he know anybody in San Francisco? Does he have any friends there?
He doesn't have any friends. He doesn't know any family there, so I don't know anyone he would go to.
What happened? Is there a bad relationship between he and your father, or is it just something that came out of the blue?
He got angry. His anger started on Friday night. He's really into music and he's learning the guitar, so I asked him if he wanted to go to a concert with me, and he said yes. But then Friday night he started playing his games and he didn't want to go anymore, so I went with my sister, and after we left, my parents, they told him, how could you choose the games over your sister? You have to be there with them to protect them, make sure they're okay. And then he got mad. And
if you could compose yourself one final time and look in the camera, if he's somewhere in San Francisco at some friend you don't know, what would you like to tell him right now?
Min, please come home. We miss you so much, and we love you. Nobody's mad at you. We just want you to come home, and we want you to be safe.
Thank you so much. And this is unheard of, and the reason why is he's never run away. We don't even know if this is a runaway case, but he's never been so angry where he took off from home. And Daria, he's a straight A student, and you just heard his sister say school is very important to him, and he's already missed several days so far this week. Back to you, Daria.
All right. Thanks a lot, Will.